Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Overflod Autarch, and I'm about to find out if it'll off-road. This is the second most voted for vehicle this week, coming in with 24 votes. Just missed it by one. Don't forget to go vote for the vehicles that you want to see by clicking on the link in the description down below. Here is our first comment for the week. Yes, quite clever, quite clever. Very well done. Anyway, I want to say thank you. Last week I mentioned that it seemed like maybe interest in the series was waning. Not only are our views down, but people hadn't been voting lately. And sure, the rest of the day, like as soon as the video went live, right after that, all throughout that day and into the next day, you guys went and voted for a bunch of cars. And in fact, you changed the outcome of this week's video. It was going to be two totally different cars, and one was going to be a plane, but whatever. And you helped me realize I needed to update my voting sheet because we had a lot of votes for vehicles that have already been tested because I forgot to remove them from the sheet. But thank you. I want to say thank you. That's what I was looking for. Not to try to get people to go click. That does not help my channel anyway, to have you go click on that Google Forms. There's no ads on it, nothing like that. It's just, I want to hear what you guys want to see. And that's kind of what this series is all about, is having a bit of fun together. Which brings me to a comment that was left on a really old Will It Off-Road video. Like, seriously, one from like over a year ago, I think. And I deleted the comment because I don't need people being condescending in the comments. I am all for criticism. You guys know that. If you've been around my channel, I take criticism well. If it's constructive. It's like, hey, this could have been better because of this, or this was maybe a little inaccurate because here's why. You know, fine, I'll take it. I like criticism because it helps me get better. But when you show up and you're just a condescending prick, you kind of defeat the feedback loop there. Because feedback loop wasn't the right phrase, but you know what I mean. You kind of defeat what you're trying to do because you just put anybody in the wrong frame of mind. Even me, one of the most easygoing people on the planet. Once we start on a controlled descent, I'll get a little bit more into it, but I do want to talk about the Autarch for just a minute, because as you notice, it slowed down hitting just a hiker, which is odd. This is a really great supercar. I love this car quite a bit. I love driving it around in lobbies. It can get away from you from time to time, especially that back end loves to kick out. But overall, if you mind yourself and what you're doing, you can have a really enjoyable time in this car. And it was one of the last cars from Supers that didn't have the stupid handling flags, if I remember right. And you can double clutch it and all that good stuff. And it can climb to the top of Mount Chiliad in 2 minutes, 48 seconds. Will it off-road? Yes. Yes, it will. That makes it 9th in Supers. And it is just one spot away from the top 20. But if we don't count the Buzzard, which we all know I don't count the Buzzard, then it is indeed the 20th fastest car to get to the top of the mountain. So we're going to start a controlled descent, and you're going to see it's going to be fine for the most part. This car does fine. Nothing exceptional really at all. So I'm going to get back to what I was talking about with the comment. So somebody left a comment basically asking, why do I even make the Will It Off-Road videos? And then went about to very condescendingly explain, when me and my friends go off-roading, we like to, have the challenge of going slow over big rocks and up steep climbs and all that. You know what? When me and my friends go off-roading, we do the same fucking thing. Thank you, Captain Obvious. I'm sure you enjoy sailing on the sea of water in your boat that has been christened with the name Boat. Or in this case, you probably go off-roading in a truck with a custom license plate that says truck. But anyway, I know what real off-roading is. And to say that this series is useless for off-roading would be about the same as saying that, to have Jeremy Clarkson in the Grand Tour taking the new Lamborghini SUV around a racetrack made of ice while chasing a Porsche is not good consumer advice. It's not practical. I mean, I would never buy a Lamborghini SUV and then race it against a Porsche on a track made of ice? Of course you wouldn't. That's not the point. The point is, it's a bit of fun. And that is what this series is for. This series was never meant to be legit off-roading advice. And I don't think I've ever really presented it as that. Yeah, I do talk about if you have to get stuck with this car in off-roading, because it is an off-roading series. And we do kind of look at it from the angle of, will it off-road in GTA Online? What is GTA Online? It is a game that is all about killing your way to the top, and online, trolling other players, getting away from other players who are trying to troll you. And so, you know what? You may occasionally find yourself in an off-road situation in a less than ideal car, or maybe facing an off-road situation. And you want to know, should I maybe stick to the highways, or am I safe going up and around the mountain? Well, guess what? Here's a series that'll answer that question for you. With the Autarch down in 2 minutes, 33 seconds. So go back to the top of the mountain and watch it fall down while I keep ranting. So yeah, a little bit of practical advice here, because you do know what can and can't do okay in these situations. But this is how people drive in GTA. Fast, full throttle. You know, as quickly as possible. If you don't believe me, just go join a typical lobby and watch people crash into everything and each other all the time. That is what a lobby of GTA is. Yes, I know what real off-roading is. I enjoy it quite a bit. In fact, I enjoy it so much that I think that my own will and off-road statistics are a little ridiculous. We say under 3 minutes means it's a good will off-roader. Well, the two vehicles that I always choose to go off-roading, it's always one of the two. I'm either in a Sand King or I'm in a Rusty Rebel. One of the two. Because they're perfect for off-roading in GTA Online. The ground clearance, they can get through fairly deep water. They can go up just about any hill you point them at. They're fantastic. They both come in well over 3 minutes. So, yeah. If I wanted this to be a consumer advice, you know, I would create some obstacle course where every vehicle is measured what exact angle of incline can it go up before it starts spinning, or exactly how deep can the water be before it cuts out. You know, that type of stuff. I would measure, you know, what can it get over and what can't it get over and all that good stuff. And we certainly wouldn't have close to, 60% of supercars being declared off-roading capable. So, Captain Obvious, pull your little head out of your tight little ass and realize this series is just for a bit of fun. The Autarch is down 1 minute, 47 seconds. Let's take a look at the damage. The hood and the, I guess we'll call it trunk, are both gone, and the right door will not close. So that brings us to our next vehicle. The Grotti Turismo Classic. If ever there was a more beautiful car in GTA Online, I swear, this is just like up there, just the pinnacle. And of course, it received the most votes this week with 25 votes. And once again, thank you for voting. And thank you for your comments. There is another one for you to read while I take a quick drink of water. There we go, much better. My rant kind of left me a bit hoarse there. But that is why. That is why the Will and Off-Road series exists. For a bit of fun. To have a laugh as an impractical car, sometimes a practical one, but an impractical one, struggles to get up and down the mountain. And that's why we do it in the snow as well. Because it's fun. Because people like to watch it. I enjoy creating them. I enjoy it when I have people in the lobby with me. My friends going up and down the mountain doing ridiculous things. Like, you know, being a camera helicopter or following behind in a support truck. I don't need a support truck. You can't get out and winch somebody out when they get stuck. But it's fun. And that is what this series is about. And if you can't see that, if you can't realize that, well, then I really hope you didn't subscribe. And I really hope you go find some other fucking YouTube channel, because I don't want you. Because this is about having fun. I make the videos I like to make because I have fun doing it. And when I quit having fun doing it, I'll go do something else. I only play the games that I have fun playing because I have fun doing it. I see so many YouTubers jumping on the latest bandwagon, and you can tell they're miserable because they don't enjoy what they're doing, and their videos show it. Sure, they might get a lot of views, and they might get the ad revenue because they put something up that's the flavor of the minute, but you know what? I'm not a sellout. Anyways, I'm going to stop ranking. I promise. I'm going to stop. I'm done. I haven't really talked about either one of these cars. But this is one of those episodes where, again, we're just kind of having fun. Oops, I knocked over my vape. It is just a lot of fun watching these cars do this. And this car, especially, is a bit of a challenge because of traction issues. And I need another drink of water. I don't know if you just saw that hiker take out, but I hit the hiker and they died when they hit the fence. That was kind of beautiful. That fence has really assisted me in many, many hiker takedowns. So, the Turismo Classic, bit of a challenge because it doesn't have the most grip in the back end. If you've driven this car in a race situation or even in a lobby, you know it loves to oversteer. And that's been an issue going completely up this mountain this whole time. I was really hoping that this car could take over the #1 position in Sports Classics. Unfortunately, at 2 minutes and 55 seconds, it's just not meant to be. But will it off-road? Yes. Yes, it will. That makes it the second fastest Sports Classics car. Actually, about 5 seconds slower than the Retinue. The Vapid Retinue is faster. Then again, it's a smaller, little rev-happier car that kind of is more suited towards rally situations. So, of course, it's going to get up the mountain a whole lot better. Gosh, I got really close to giving proper consumer advice. I better knock it off. But it doesn't matter because this car is a whole lot sexier than a Vapid Retinue. I don't know. Is that true, though? I mean, I know they're both in the same class. And they're both wildly, wildly different cars. I mean, this was a supercar in its time, and the Retinue was the Ford Escort. I mean, that's kind of Ferrari versus Ford Escort. You know, definitely not in the same league. But they're both kind of sexy and both kind of nice in their own regard. I love my little Retinue. I love driving it. I think it's a blast of a car. But we're not doing the Retinue. We've already done it. We're in the Turismo. And I'm being very careful because even though it did well over that uneven section, sometimes the bumps off-road can really get to this car. There, you saw me went over a little one on the back end, just kind of got all wiggly on me when it landed because I was giving it just a little bit of power still when it landed. And whichever wheel grips first, car is going to pull that way, which is kind of realistic. God knows we don't need realism in video games. But it's nice and composed over the jumps. Stays nice and flat, which is a good thing to have, but rather surprising. Usually the supercar-based things tend to want to dip one way or the other, and usually always nose forward, even if the engine's in the back, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe this is why this one's staying flat. Maybe for once we have the mass towards the back of the vehicle. I don't know. I don't know enough about the handling files to know where they put mass and things like that, but we had a bit of a spin out. And again, you can tell, you can hear the engine noise. I am not hard on the throttle at all. Simply because I just didn't want this car spinning out constantly. So if you do find yourself, excuse me, if you do find yourself being chased around by a troll on a Mark II oppressor, and you're faced right here with a decision, should I go off the mountain, or should I go maybe on the train tracks? Yeah, take train tracks. It's going to be well more suited there. Well more suited. Sometimes the stuff that comes out of my mouth, well more suited. Yeah, we need to put that on the quote wall. I need to start a quote wall. We need to put it in Discord or something. We do have a good Discord server. Hang out with all of the other vainglorious people, all the fans of the channel, and people who just like making fun of me. The Turismo is down in 2 minutes, 46 seconds. So let's go back to the top of Mount Chiliad in a beautiful, just twilight descent. And not twilight like, you know, twinkling vampires who look like they're about to go star in gay porn. But, you know, twilight like actual Twilight. Makes it a little harder to see the car, but we can still see the body parts falling off them. Is that a bumper? Did we lose a bumper? I think we lost a bumper. I can't quite tell because I can't see the front of the car. I think in the text I have at the end, I put that it's just the front, that it's just the hood, but yeah, the bumper is off as well. I'm going to have to update that. I didn't realize that the bumper came off. When I edit these, I watch them at about 4 times the normal speed, and sometimes I just scrub right past it anyway. I just literally just go to the end of the descent, find the point where it ends, put in my edits. This depends on how pressed for time I am. And in this edit, I was very pressed for time because Adobe just decided that the little font, that the word damage descent is written in down there in the bottom right corner. Yeah, I just pointed at the screen with my finger. But anyways, yeah, that down there just suddenly didn't exist anymore on my computer. I had to go find it again and then re-update all the titles. It took forever. So I was in a bit of a hurry to edit today. But that's okay. So a weird thing is going to happen here. It rolled over, and it doesn't want to flip back over for a second. I've never had this happen. There it finally starts to go, and now it finally goes. I've never had that happen where a car just... Maybe I came to rest just in a perfect little indentation in the ground. But, God, I can't even get through this underpass. But I've never had a car that didn't want to just start rolling over like that. So who knows? But it's really struggling in the bumpy, muddy bits. So you'd think it'd be doing a little bit better since it shed most of the weight of the car. Like pretty much every part that can come off has, except for what, one door? Yeah, one door. We still have one door. But we're down. 2 minutes, 7 seconds. Let's take a look at the damage. So the front bumper and hood, trunk, and all the lights are, well, they're gone. And most of the windows are gone. The right door is missing, and the left door won't close. Sorry for the flickering there. The game was just doing a weird graphical glitch with the lighting. Not sure what was up. But hey, that's going to do it for this Will It Off-Road. Don't forget to go vote for the vehicles that you want to see featured in upcoming Will It Off-Road upcoming Will It Off-Road videos. And until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.